Hey guys, welcome back to Tigara Gitana. My name is Abby and today we're going to be talking about Spellwork because I wanted to really go back to the basics of Spellwork and just kind of define it and give it a little bit more understanding for my fellow Brujas, new or old or whatnot. So the thing to note about Spellwork, that it's defined by it being trying to create some change of some kind by performing a certain whatever it may be. The thing to note about Spellwork and the way it works like on an energetic level is that what you're actually doing through Spellwork is that you are creating energy. So the way it works is while you're doing and while you're picking certain things for the spell, like let's say it's money and you're picking certain ingredients, you're picking ingredients that already carry or are known or already carry the energy of whatever the thing is that you're attracting. So for example, if you're doing a money spell or money spell work or whatever, and you're trying to attract money to you, you're going to pick ingredients that are known to work with money because they carry that energy in there. Now money, which I know I need to make a separate video about this, has its own energy. So what you're basically doing with Spellwork is attracting and creating that energy within whatever it is that you're trying to do. So if you're working with like herbs, or you're working with candles, or you're doing a lot of elemental magic, and you're working with water and something like that, something that already has energy, what you're trying to do is take that energy and turn it into what it is that you want. So you're literally creating energy, and you can kind of go back into, I think the easiest way to explain this would probably be sex, and the way that it relates, like if you're trying to just get to the point, not saying oh someone's on birth control or not, just plain and simple, as far as like if you have male and sperm, and then you have women and like their egg, boom, that's kind of like, it's not, I mean, because sex is in a way is its own spell work. It's called baby magic for a reason, but it doesn't always work. But the process, the energy is what you're creating. You're creating another life form by including two different energies from two different people, which is essentially kind of what spell work is. So you're taking things that carry this energetic component of what you're trying to manifest, whether it's money or love or peace or whatever the case it may be. You're taking it, you're adding it to your own kind of cauldron of what you're trying to manifest, and then you're setting the intention to for it to only be surrounding that. So you're creating the energy of just what you're doing spell work on. This is important to know because there's some ingredients that you can use for multiple things. So you can use, like, for example, cinnamon for money, and you can also use it for love. You can use it for multiple things. You can also use, for example, like catnip, you can use to attract money, but you can also use to attract a lover because it's a great herb for attraction. So you have to be specific to the thing that you want to do, but it goes back to creating that energy. So when you're using spell work, you need to understand, when you're doing it spell work, you need to understand that you are creating energy. That's what you're doing. Whatever items that you're using, or you're like in the forest and you're just using flat out just nature and like twigs and woods and leaves and stuff, that's what you're doing. But you're creating energy. You're taking things that have their own energetic properties, and you're bringing it together for your own intention. Now, the reason why I wanted to explain what spell work is because there's a reason why a lot of spells fail for people, and it goes back to what I was talking about, how subconsciously you can mess up your own thoughts and mess up your own manifestations by like consciously saying, okay, yes, this is what I want, this is what I want to manifest, but subconsciously like thinking that you can't, like, oh my god, I still have to pay these bills and all this stuff, when you should be doing that both subconsciously and consciously. So when you're doing spell work, you're actually, if you're doing spell work and it was successful, you're working with a subconscious that is actually a healthy subconscious with what you're trying to work with. Because in order to be a successful witch, period, you need to be open and you need to trust that it's gonna happen. You can't have subconsciously negative thoughts or negative feelings about it, because then it just won't work. And the second you make that, even if it's a subconscious choice to self-doubt your own work, then it's just not gonna happen, period. It's just not. So the important thing to know about that is that when you're performing spell work, you are in a way healing your own subconscious. So it really is a give and take. But when you go into it in a vulnerable state and you're trying to perform spell work, I mean, you should be doing healing work before you do spell work in many ways, because that's one of the reasons why it kind of backfires and it doesn't work for people, because a lot of it has to do with that subconscious mind not like really allowing it to happen, because you're self-doubting your own work, your own value, what you're energetically building in that moment. You're like self-doubting it, so it's just not going to work. And this is really important because we are going to be talking about many different things and many different spells in here, and I just wanted to put the foundation of what spell work is so that we can all be on the same page. When you're doing a lot of healing work, chakra work, light healing work, even Reiki, on your regular life, like if you actually have gotten it done, or you are working with your chakras or healing, that actually helps later with spell work. So you can heal yourself before you do spell work, but spell work is also a form of healing if used properly. But you have to kind of be open and allow for whatever it is that you want to be energetically strong, because while you're making spell work and you're working with herbs and you're working with tools and crystals and stuff like that, you are creating the energy. But if you're not, while you're creating the energy, if you self-doubt anything, it's just not going to be as strong. Like, you need to be focused. It needs to be something that's very serious to you if that's what you're trying to do. It's not like one of these things that you can just do and like, oh, light and go about your day. It's something that you have to energetically give of yourself as well. Just as much as you're taking components from other elements to use in your spell work, you are the biggest component in that spell work, because you are the ones combining the energy to create this thing. So yeah, so I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any questions, feel free to like email me or leave comments and stuff down below, and all my links and stuff are going to be down below as well. So yeah, have a good day.